How y'all doing? It's your boy Lou, and we're here with our first ever marketing episode. Marketing is the key thing in this industry, especially in our area of being content creators and business owners. So I wanted to create a platform where we specifically focused on marketing and key concepts, and I wanted to interview marketing people who were doing really well in the marketing space, right? So today we have someone who has been killing it in the marketing space in the past, say, 5 years, 4 years,
I've been doing it since 2018, so
6 years. That's seven. I'm
seven.
doing math wrong. 7 years in this space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell them who you are.
Tell them who I am.
Introduce
Oh,
yourself,
that's
and
my
then
second time
yeah,
doing this, right? We did
yeah.
this a couple months ago.
We just was here, but we
Uh,
want to speak as if nobody knows who we are and just tell them every time.
okay, so not a lot has changed since then,
Right.
but I'm still doing the same thing, just different kind of, I guess, different niche, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm Asata. I'm the owner of You and Sugar and Studio, which is now changed to
Right.
Totality Studios.
Oh, the name was a name change.
Yeah, so D, she does facials and stuff, so she's taking over the building, and I'm like really stepping back from like the services part, and I'm really just getting into this online thing. So I basically help service-based businesses grow. So that means I build out the infrastructures, the systems, the processes, workflows, automations
Hmm.
to really help get clients. So I build systems to get clients on social media through
Okay.
like Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. That's what I'm really focusing on now.
So let's get into it and let's teach a little bit and learn from each other as well. So when you say a system, right? So when I first got into marketing, I was always taught post, right? And then they gonna like, and then they gonna go to your website, and then maybe they get something, right? What part of the system is missing from just this concept of post, right? What is missing from that? If you was looking at a system like that,
So because I come from that same place where I was told post, post, post,
mm-hmm.
I get where people can get sucked into that narrative.
Right,
But when you take like a 10,000 square foot view of business and marketing,
mm-hmm.
it's more than just post, post, posting. Like
Right,
that's just one form of marketing. That's social media marketing as far as organic content and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
So that's really how I grew my business. Like I was posting constantly, sharing
Mm-hmm.
referrals, word of mouth type
Mm-hmm.
marketing. But there's another piece of marketing that a lot of people are scared of like diving into, and that's paid social. So there's organic marketing, there's referral marketing, there's content marketing. I think that's a
Yeah.
more specific term for posting.
Mm-hmm.
And there's paid social like you can use Facebook and Instagram not only to post but to run ads on it. So
So we
that's
talking about Facebook ads,
yeah, well, there's Facebook ads, Instagram
Instagram
ads,
ads.
TikTok
Yeah,
ads,
Facebook, Instagram.
Pinterest ads,
Oh,
YouTube
Pinterest
ads.
ads.
Like it's mad different platforms. Every social media
So
platform has an ad component that you could
I
pay
heard
for.
about like Facebook ads as far as the boost post, and people were saying like, "Oh, you got to get out that boost post and go to the actual Facebook Meta software
Hmm.
and run ads from that database and actually check what's going on." And I've ran like a few Facebook ads, but I haven't got too much into it. I'll be honest. I've been 100% organic, which is not even really a flex anymore because we be on here like we be like, all right, I built my following without
Without ads,
ads.
without this,
It's
without
like it's
that.
like saying I had to struggle. I had to
Exactly.
struggle. I had to struggle. So it's like once you get a couple dollars and you can put some money on ads, you're going to make more. And I'm coming to that realization. I have a couple projects in mind where I want to just put them. I want to create an amazing piece of content, have the link ready, the website ready, put it on a Facebook ad, and not make content for like 2 weeks. Like that's now my mindset more so than trying to just consistently come up with new ways to hit organic, and then the algorithm be like, "F you today."
Right.
Like you put in all your time. Like somebody might put in all their time to get a piece of content to go well, and it's just a bad Wednesday.
Right.
That happens so much. So we just want to have these conversations and open up this space so people can understand, how deep marketing gets, and we all experience the same thing. You put your all into a piece of content, but Facebook and Instagram is a business, so now they're willing to show it to more people if you pay them. So that's what
Right.
you're talking about when you talk about paid social.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I feel like it's when people, even people who market or push organic content and stuff like that, they'll
Right.
be like you just mentioned, oh, I'm doing this without ads. I did it from the I did it from the
That's deep.
yeah, you did it from the struggle, you did it from the bottom, but why not throw some money on it? Like why not
Right.
add fuel to the fire that's already
Hmm.
burning? It's just going to make your stuff pop more.
Right.
So it's not like do this or this. It's do both of
Do
them at the
both.
same time.
I was also taught when something pops organically, that's how you know to make it the one that you put the ad on.
Yeah, that's a
When it
good
popped
sign.
organically,
That's a good sign
but don't
too.
just put something on the Facebook ad because you think you're putting a lot of money on it, it's gonna work. But it got to be like a hit already. Like you want to put the money into the hit song type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's more important not to just. That's why I really don't recommend boosting posts because you gotta you gotta understand what your goal is when you're running ads. Right. We're not
Hmm.
just running ads for the sake of views or likes. Like
Right.
it has to be. You have to be doing it for a purpose.
Right.
Like when I
Right.
run ads for businesses now, it's usually just to get clients. Like
Hmm.
that's the full strategy. They need more clients for their high ticket services. So right now I'm running ads for like hairstylists who have like $1,500, $3,000 services with the K-tip extensions and stuff like that.
Right.
So their issue is that they're really strong on the organic side. Like their content is fire. They get a lot of likes. They get a
Hmm.
lot of love. They get a lot of shares. They're very popular. However, their business is inconsistent. So ads brings a predictable, consistent lead flow. Lead flow could be clients, whatever you consider your lead to be.
Right.
It could be whatever your customer is. That's what we call leads in business.
Right.
Um,
Yep.
so it just brings
Terminology.
more predictability, and that's what businesses need to thrive and scale. You
Hmm.
can't scale organically because your reach is limited. We already know
Hmm.
these platforms are not pushing your content; they're already limiting your content. So you introduce that paid aspect to force the algorithm to show your product, your offer to more people. So it's not it's it's uncharted territory, especially with like small business owners just like us, because
Hmm.
we are not familiar with how numbers go. So a lot of what I do for business owners now is although they have made a lot of money, they're still stepping into this new arena which is paid social. So like I have to teach them the metrics, like how much does it cost to get a client? How much does it cost to get a consultation? Like, how much does it cost to get a lead? All of this boring stuff that we don't know, but we need to know in order to have a fully functioning business, like,
Right.
and not to treat it like a hobby, because at the end of the day we in the business to make money, not to play around.
Right. Right.
So that's basically what I be doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what do you think is um, one of the biggest setbacks for people, our businesses in our Trenton area, so to speak? What do you think they should be doing better, other than just run the ads, of course?
So I wouldn't say that I wouldn't recommend running ads for people in Trenton, because there's a lot of businesses that don't even service people in Trenton. They just based here.
Right.
So I believe that business owners here as a whole, they need to be educated on what business really is. I feel like people come into business as like this survival aspect, like they just trying to get some money.
Hmm.
And when you operate your business like that, it's operated from a scarcity place. So you always
Yeah.
gonna be just checking for that next dollar.
Right.
You're not thinking about it from a higher scale. So you don't know how to build a true business. Like people have businesses, but they treat it like a job, and you can never free yourself from that. So if you
Mm.
operating like that, you just gonna be another slave. Like you
Right.
left your job to be a slave. I feel like,
That's deep.
business owners need more education on business as a whole. Like because we just looking at people on social media and just seeing what they doing it. And I'm gonna just keep it real because that's what I was doing. I'm like, oh, she a beauty professional. She posting. Let me do that. Or she do this. Let me do that.
Right.
Like we don't understand business for what it is in and of itself.
Okay.
Like for a long time, I didn't even know the business that I was in, and I was doing it for years. And what I mean by that is that my business is, well, sugaring. I'm gonna just talk about sugar as a all
Hmm.
natural form of waxing, right? It's a quick service. People are supposed to come monthly. It's a monthly reoccurring business model.
Right.
But even though it's a good thing, my services are like the highest. Like sugaring is all natural. I'm the only one that really do it. So I charge $85.
Mm.
It take me 20 minutes to do it. However, because the market isn't familiar with what I do, there's a lot of education that I need to do.
And is that where the content marketing had to come in, where we have to educate people on why they need our service, and then also sell the product?
It's all of that together. So what I was going to say was I was one off in people. So I just wanted that $85 real quick
Right.
instead of thinking longevity and thinking in the long run like, all right, I might not charge them 85, maybe I'll charge them 70 and get them on a reoccurring membership so that they just keep coming in instead of just thinking about that one appointment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. It's just thinking more long term. Like it's kind of like in sports, you got an offense. Like you don't expect to make every shot, but you expect to make 60% of them, 70% of them. If you keep running the model the right way,
right,
you're
that's
gonna
that's
win.
exactly what pay as is.
Right.
That's exactly what it is. It's just putting your offer out in front of as many people as possible. Not everybody gonna buy your thing.
Yeah. Not everybody gonna buy it, but if it's a good shot and you know it's a good, if a high percentage, as we say in sports, it's a high percentage shot, it's more than likely gonna go in if you keep getting more shots up. So you
Exactly.
just need to shoot more, and shooting more in this sense is making sure more people see our content.
Exactly.
And if we gotta pay Facebook to get that, then I guess it's worth it.
And even when you go back to the shot thing, right? What you say? If you
Uh,
make
if you shoot more, you're gonna make shot. You're gonna make more shots too,
right,
because you're getting more shots up.
right. So it's like, so how do you make a good shot? Like how do you position yourself to make a good shot? Like what
Well,
goes into making a good shot?
I like this analogy. So a good shot has good form,
Mm-hmm.
right? You take it. You take it from a good position,
Mm-hmm.
meaning you wide open, you close to the basket, or you just in a position where you built something. Now I'm looking at it from your point, where it's wide open, right? So you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna make this because I worked on it. So I
Mm-hmm.
know if I get this shot in the game and nobody's there, I know I'm gonna make it. Even if I miss it, we want him to take that shot because that's what we set it up for. You know, to
So basically what I'm hearing you saying is you got to be positioned correctly
you
in
have
order
to
to make that
you
that
have to be
shot.
positioned correctly in
That
order to make the shot.
that's exactly how you run ads. You
Right.
position yourself as the authority in
Yeah.
whatever offer that you have, so that when you shoot, when that ad gets in front of that person,
Hmm.
they like, damn,
Yeah.
he do this, he do that.
And being positioned is so important on social media because I went viral a few times without being properly positioned, not
Mm,
having
system,
no system, nothing to sell them. I didn't get an
right?
email. I didn't get nothing. I got 1 million views, 3 to 4 thousand followers, but I didn't get any emails or sales. That's happened a few times. So it's like I've learned so much from this space of just knowing like you have to have your website, your intake form ready. You have to have something ready, or else you're not leaving or nothing. You really remember Quay used to say this funny thing like, "Yo, you working for Instagram?"
No, for
Like
real.
you working for Instagram in the sense where we blowing them up, but we not taking nothing because it's like, all right, if Instagram go down, how many emails do we got?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? How many text messages do we got? How many clients can we talk to if this platform was to go down? Like our 10,000, 5,000, 3,000 followers, whatever we got, how many of those people can you still communicate with if this
Mm-hmm.
platform says no tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to think of it like Facebook and Instagram. I really don't feel like people really understand what the platform even is. Like Facebook, Instagram, Meta is worth billions, if not trillions of dollars.
Yeah,
Why?
from
Because
our data.
from our data, because they're selling it to business owners
Yeah.
to run ads. That's why. That's why the platform
Nah,
is worth
facts though.
billions and trillions of dollars because there's
Nah,
business owners
facts.
on there selling
Our data.
ads.
And the data thing is such an issue because it's like, I mean, I'm in school for my master's right now in digital marketing, and one of the things we was taking was our one of the classes I took this semester was digital marketing law, where what we learned, all these companies have already sold the data, so like the consequences and the laws being created are new laws. So it's like there's no real consequence.
It's no real consequence
because they're like, okay, we changed our privacy policy to say we sold your data, right? It's like saying this, like the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, is like, all right, you got to tell these people what y'all doing. If y'all taking third-party cookies and somebody say accept cookies and you selling their data, they need to know that. So what they're doing is now they're saying, hey, in their privacy we updated our privacy policy to tell you that we selling your data, but nobody's reading that shit.
Nobody reading
So
it.
it's like the damage has already been done, and they don't have. They said it's only one state in California that made it illegal to sell the data, right? Made it illegal to sell the data so far, but it's we're living in a very like nuanced time period where there's no real rules, and your phone is gonna ring 5 or 6 times a day from motherfuckers you don't know.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but you could sue companies for that if they violate those, because there is certain laws. Because
you gotta win the case.
But it's easy
against the lawyers.
But let me tell you, I'm in this group, right? So I use a CRM platform. It's called Go High Level. So basically, it does everything in one place. You could book appointments. You could take payments. You could create your website.
Did they pay you for this?
Who? No, they didn't pay for this.
I'm messing with you.
They should though. Hey, Go High Level. You could do everything on it. It's right.
I know about them.
You know,
I don't know about them, but I understand the concept of
yes,
CRM.
It's a CRM, right? So, like if you're a marketing company and say you got automations running and they're automatically calling people,
right?
If they call outside of certain hours, you could actually be sued for that because legally you can't call consumers outside of the window that the law states. So there's lawyers that actually hunt down marketing agencies who violate those policies, and they win cases. I mean, it ain't a lot. You get like $1,000.
I don't. Now that you say that, but
every time
my phone won't ring past 4:30, and that's crazy. That you say that.
That's because
most of my telemarketer calls are between 8 to 12.
Yeah, they're probably keeping it safe because it's like exactly 8 to
when call.
Yeah, because it's automated. They just ring it.
It's robots calling me, talking to robots all day. I be hanging up on them. No, I don't talk too much to robots. Right, so
that's the way of the world, though, man. AI automations.
Yeah,
I love it. It make everything so much easier.
It is though. ChatGPT is one of my best friends.
I use ChatGPT for everything. Yeah. Like I use that shit like Google. Like I just
they said it's just past Google in the most used site. It just like passed Google recently.
Yeah, like the first time since Google came out. That's crazy.
The first time somebody beat Google.
We on the topic now. I had did an event for some rich people, some millionaires. It was like a group, like what's what they call it when everybody come together and they learn and
mastermind,
some shit like that. And it was basically the whole meeting was about how like any businesses that incorporate AI into their like structure, their business structure in any type of way it has like I forget what the percentage, but it's a high percentage of like that much more percentage of being like successful.
Yeah.
Like it could be to take orders, it could be to organize your
anything,
schedule, it could be to talk to clients, whatever.
Take inquiries
down to an Instagram caption.
Reaching back out to people who reach out to you for services. Yeah. Like if you get back to them in 5 minutes or less, you increase the likelihood of getting that sale. We just like that. Like that shit.
It's crazy.
No, it's super easy. Like I could set that shit up in like 5 minutes. Yeah. And it could sound everything like you. It could take, hey, I seen that you were interested in our food inquiry. What the menu, what kind, everything set up, automated. No, for real, it's really that deep.
Right.
It's really that deep. Like I helped this beauty coach. She wanted to get into coaching, and the same system that I use to book clients, I set it up for her, and this shit deep, bro. This shit deep.
Yeah, so
that's I can say. This shit
that's
really
one of my
deep.
goals right now is to build like a winning system that's automated. And I see what you got going on. It's really dope. I definitely want to continue to have these type of conversations because I feel like people don't know. People don't like even when you say automation, like we know what that is, but some
automation,
people may not know.
Like automation is basically having your steps and processes already done for you.
Right.
Like, so say, like when you're making a post, we'll just use that for example. ChatGPT, all right, make me a post. No, I don't think that's a good example. What would be a good example
Of an automated
of an
process.
automated process?
Okay, let's use India for example.
Yeah.
I go on India page. I like the food. So the first thing is I click on her link. Her link sends me to a page where it's like, "Hi, what would you like? What's your name? Can you put in a form so we can find out more about you?" That would be a step right there.
Yeah.
Depending on how you set up your steps. So you want to create a 3 to 4 step process where somebody that don't know you can get served or they can get their information
right
really quickly. That's really the
anything.
goal.
Yeah, anything that you don't manually have to do, like automation could be you giving like the standard operation, what is it, SOPs for another person or an employee to do it.
Yes.
It's not technically automated, but it's like delegated.
But
But it's
instead
just
of an
having a series
employee,
of processes.
it's a computer robot. It's
Yeah.
a website. It's like they have these things called triggers where if this person says they like this thing, there's another system that automatically sends them a message or email. Like there's people that really got this thing down pat where you think you're talking to them and you're not.
Yeah.
Like you're not even talking to them and you done got completely served.
Yeah.
They in Mexico. They in Mexico. Feet kicked up. But the system feels so real that they thinking about every scenario, like chess. Damn near, they thinking about if this person was to say they don't like this and they only want this. It's like just like people placing an order on DoorDash. We don't talk to the people on DoorDash. Is automated.
It is,
so to speak, to an extent. Until we get our food, we get that from a person. But the process to place the order on DoorDash is already automated. So it's the same way we want our businesses to be if somebody wants to buy from us. But I feel like in my personal place, I do have some systems that I want people to be able to buy from immediately. But like, say something like this, right? If I want to like do a conversation with someone wants me to create a marketing podcast for them, I want to get their information and be able to say yes or no, right? Because I don't want to have a conversation with any and everybody just for money. So there's some system that I want to be able to intake the information and then follow up.
Okay.
But those are more high ticket and more intimate systems, more podcasts. But now there's another system where I want to create where every 15 minutes, like for episodes like this, you're going to see an ad. And I want anybody to be able to get that ad, right? And within every 15 minutes of a podcast or every 10 minutes of a podcast, right? But I don't want anybody to be able to get air. Right, so those.
So
are
you
two
want to
different
create
forms.
like friction between the people who actually come to sit in your podcast.
Friction.
So that's what they call it. It's like there's a certain criteria that they have to meet that you have to.
Yeah.
So like how I would set that up is it'll be a form, right? What's your name, age, what's your profession,
Right.
what do you want to talk about? I don't know, any like accolades or something like that. Or whatever qualifications or qualifying things that you would want in that form, I would create that.
I have about 2 of them in my bio right now, but I just haven't created the content to let people know that the forms are there.
Okay.
But the forms are there, right? I have some forms that people filled out from a couple weeks ago, and now, like, especially during like when I was doing the celebrity game, I had a couple people filling out forms, and I just didn't have the capacity or the time to get back to them. You know,
So when they fill out the form, do they go to like a Calendly link where they could book a call with you, like a quick 15-minute, just to get a little breakdown of what their goals are, what they want to
I've had that. I don't have that anymore. I did have that step before. I didn't really like how smooth the process was, and I thought I had too many options, but I do need to refine that. But I have that option when I send an email to a specific target. Like if I feel like someone's like a nonprofit or organization that has the funding, right? Because I keep it real, a lot of our business owners in this area don't have the money to pay for. Like my business does most of its numbers from organizations.
Okay, so you want to reach out to nonprofits?
So I do outreach.
Okay.
I do outreach. Sometimes I get intake, but for most organizations, I'm doing outreach.
Oh, so it's cold. Like you just reaching out, hey, you want a podcast?
Yeah, but it's cold, but it's like it's still I'm putting information out about who I am.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still meeting people. So if I go to an event and I network, I get your card.
Mhm.
It still may be warm, and I say I'm going to email you because now that's warm. Because if
Mhm.
I just met you at such and such event, or you gave me your card, you say, yeah, I do need marketing, and then I send you the email like, hey, I'm Trenton Talks. It was nice speaking to you last night. These are my packages. If you want to book more, book a call with me.
Mhm. And that's so you dealing with like a audience where that's like the norm, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what you do. You go to events, you get that, and that's cool. Like I mentioned before, you got to do everything. It's a little bit of everything,
Cause guess what? Cause I'm not doing paid ads.
right?
So I'm hustling and I'm getting that. And I'm
Right.
getting that form. So I'll create 5 to 10 targets a month, or 5 to 10 targets, 2 to 3 targets a week. And I'm going after them targets. I'll close one, or don't close, and I'll find different ones. That's how I've been kind of operating. But once I seen like the content space bringing them folks in, it was like, I'm working too hard.
See,
But look, some of these people that I'm trying to serve, a lot of them are on there. The decision makers, they're just at these little mocktails events and like chilling
but
and
that's where the money. But that's where the money be at too,
that's what I'm
though.
saying. So I talked to him and he like, email this person, and if they don't email you, then you call me. That's
Yeah.
the person. But granted, if I was to just send an email, most times if somebody asks, it's like 2 o'clock, I ain't answering that email. And then
Right.
when you coming in for marketing, right? Sometimes these people have their social media person. Some of these organizations, they
And
have
they
their
ain't
social
doing
media person,
nothing.
and they not trying to. And I'll be like this: I don't want your job. I just want to help make your job easier. I'm not trying to take this social media person job. I'm an independent contractor. I'm just here for y'all. One or two projects. But sometimes it's coming off from a place where this person might feel like I'm entroping on their job or whatever. So that email might get stuck right there. If I don't run into a CEO or a higher director or somebody in a higher position to push it forward, to push the concept forward. So a lot of times relationships have gotten me more of my deals than emails. Emails do work, but relationships is like, hey, you emailed us? I'd be like, yeah, I did. I've reached out to you. Call, son, you don't get a response by tomorrow, and I'll send the exact same
You
email.
dealing with those big wigs. That's a good market to be in though,
It's
because
a good market, but it's
there
still.
there's
I like your market better though.
but the
I'm
thing
not gonna
is
lie, cause
it's
you chilling.
all the same thing. Like it's all the same thing. Like every effort that you do, yeah, go to them events, go to the mocktails,
Yeah,
get that. And then, to even pump it up a little bit, if you had a little, $10 budget going on LinkedIn or,
bro, I
Facebook
got a
or
crazy
Instagram,
LinkedIn off audience, and I'm just don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to tell them like
it's easy. You
I'm
could build
ready. I'm trying to tell them like I'm trying to come out like as far as my LinkedIn and like, hey, I'm selling stuff. Like I'm it's a little weird for me because they're most of my work friends, like high level people all over from my meeting, and it's like,
do you know how valuable you are to them? And they don't even
bro, I
you
I
don't
be
even gotta
overthinking.
do half of the stuff that you do for regular business owners for them. Like they'll be
Right.
happy
And
with
LinkedIn is gonna go so crazy because it's 200 high level people instead
that's
of ten
10,000
thousand.
people on Facebook. It's
Yeah,
200 people on LinkedIn.
200 people that really got money to need stuff that know somebody that knows somebody. But I just been overthinking this first post. That's
Yeah,
what
we
I've
be
been doing.
overthinking shit.
I've been
It
overthinking
be
this.
us getting in our own way.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to just post like, hey LinkedIn, I got the platform over here. Y'all want to come over here too?
Yeah, just speak to them. Hey, like,
Pull up
do you think
on
like
me.
your social media, yo, they pay. Let me tell you something. Like a lot of the stuff that I have learned has been through my experience in business, but I really be learning on YouTube.
Oh
Yo, it
yeah,
be these
YouTube University.
17, 18, 19-year-old white boys, no offense to anybody that's watching, that be in groups and be running this social media shit like it's a game, like a video game. Oh yeah, I just spent $20,000 on ads. We made a return on investment. We made $100,000 this
Yeah,
month
my
at
ROI was such and such.
70% profit. What?
Yeah, they
Off
playing.
of something that they paid $50 for.
Yeah,
But it's all in the way they talk in the ad
in the ad.
and who they speak to.
We got a whole lot of information, and like you said, I know you feel like these episodes don't be long enough,
They don't.
but
Third
we're
time's
trying
a
to.
charm.
Third time, fourth time, fifth time. We got to keep coming.
Mhm.
We got to keep coming. I do want to ask you though,
Yeah.
for when you came on my platform, and I want you to be honest, what did that like help your Instagram?
What
when
do you mean?
When I interviewed our last podcast together,
What do you mean?
as
Like,
far as
what was the
like was because you paid for that? What was that experience?
The
Was it
return
worth
on
it? Was the
investment?
return on investment worth it?
I wasn't my return on investment wasn't about like the necessarily the money I made back from the like what I paid you. I solely just needed content. Like that's it. That's it. And that's why what you do is so important because with this video stuff, people don't like you can say it's gonna give you a return on investment by X amount of views or this and that, but some people just need the content for their page. Like, I just needed that so I could look like a real person. So when people come to my page, they see something like.
But did people follow you at least?
From the videos,
from my podcast?
I didn't measure that, to be honest.
You don't even check the numbers.
No, I don't check the numbers on that. Like
Right.
that's not
you
like.
check the dollar signs. She checked the dollar signs.
Yeah.
There you have it. But we want to keep these conversations going, these marketing podcasts. We continue to, create this space, especially in the trend community, in the world, because we might have people listening to us in the world soon. So, thank you for coming on.
Yes, and I just want to say, if you're a beauty professional that's in the industry and you need help with marketing, go ahead and join my free Facebook group. It's called Marketing Secrets of Beauty Professionals. I give my whole process away as far as setting up your ad campaign, setting up your lead forms, setting up the targeting, figuring out what your offer is, helping with everything as far as the SMS text messages on the follow-up on the back end, learning your numbers, knowing what they are in order for you to grow a profitable business, because you cannot scale without having a system and running paid ads. I don't care what nobody tell you on social media. You need ads to scale.
Can I take the ads course?
Yeah, you can take it.
All right, so no more.
Can I fuck with you?
Yeah. We're signing off. We're signing off. Trenton Talks.
Y'all did very good.
Thank you.